This is what we call our industry rooms. This is another bedroom off to the side at the back of the house. And the industry room that we have representing in here, mining is kind of the focus that we usually mention in the museum, but there are all these other industries and endeavors that were as important in the north. Things such as agriculture, maybe not so much in Kirkland Lake, but the area surrounding it. And early on, at one point, agriculture would have been a very important part of the community. We get a lot of people comment on the fact that we have skis in the agriculture section, but I always tell them that just because it's the north doesn't mean that when it's winter you stop working on your farm, and winter plays a large role in the north, so you have to work all year round, so you have to be able to get around somehow. Different items we have representing that here. We have an older butter churn, different saws and axes and hoes and different things that would have been used around farming property and community. We also have a section representing transportation and automotive, so different aspects of early engineering and cars and things like that, which its introduction into the north played a large role in changing the way people were able to move around. Until the mid to late 20s, early 30s, dog sleds were still being used, as were horses through the community, and roads weren't as prominent. So once transportation became more used in the area, people were able to commute a lot easier. And we have different things representing that. We have a dog harness in the corner over here, and different horseshoes and horse bits and things that would have facilitated that. And we also have the lumber industry over here in the corner. So the lumber industry, while still prominent today to a certain degree, has died down quite a bit in the last few decades, but it still plays a role in the community in the area. And early on, the logging roads were made and are still used today to a certain extent. So the logging roads made it easier for people to commute around. And we have a logging icing slate down here that people find interesting. It kind of represents what I consider a primitive Zamboni, which is how I explain it to kids. And what it would do would be to facilitate the pulling of logs through the woods. So instead of carrying something through a pile of snow, you'd be able to drag it on ice, and it made it quite a bit easier.